Hey you guys, this is Quentin 601. I am here with a follow-up video um, to my kudos to Jason Williams and Mike Wallace. You are a fool video. I'm coming up to clear the air for people that want to come with this whole statement, this whole thing of everyone is entitled to their opinions and this, that, and the fourth, and try and wanting to give anatomy lessons on the human body, and and this, that, and the fourth, and people just being flat out just ignorant. So let me go ahead and just go in and say this. What I should have said yesterday when I posted that video is just gave a disclaimer. If you were not going to like what I had to say, then go ahead and exit out of the video and don't even leave a comment. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you that right now. If you're not gonna like what I have to say, and not to say that you have to like what I have to say in order to watch the video, excuse me, but if you're going to feel some type of way at the end and not really listen to what I'm saying in the video and the message that I'm relaying, then go ahead and exit out of the video, because I don't need your comments if you're not going to be open-minded in what I'm saying here and take in the lesson or that I'm trying to or the food for thought that I'm trying to put out there for people. Okay, let me go ahead and say this, okay? Yesterday, when I called Mike Wallace a fool in my video, I was not coming for him personally by calling him a fool personally. I'm calling him a fool for the fact of, okay, we live in a world where, okay, gay people are out and about and they are seen on a daily basis. You cannot go anywhere today without seeing a gay person, just like you cannot go anywhere today without seeing a person of another race. It's just impossible for you to do so. So for you guys to respond to my video to act like, okay, Mike Wallace is entitled to his opinion and this, that, and the fourth, and um and we live in a world that's opinionated and stuff like that. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But because we live in a world that we are opinionated and we quote unquote are entitled to our opinion, does not mean that our opinion is always needed. And if it is needed, I'm sure that your opinion would be asked for and the platform will be given to you to do so. And my whole issue with Mike Wallace yesterday is that how he went about expressing how he felt. Okay, if he had any true intention behind his statement of actually learning something about the issue that he did not understand, I would think being someone of some being a human being and have some type of intelligence, that he would have reached out to someone or even reached out to Jason Collins through a private message and asked the man, okay, and asked the man or whatever, or reached out to someone and asked them to oppose of going to Twitter and posting a sideways ass comment talking about he doesn't understand men having sex with other men. Okay, if, again, like I said yesterday, if that's not your cup of fucking tea, if that's not what you like in the bedroom, then why are you worrying about what the next person is doing in their bedroom? Okay, if we want to talk about free countries and having the freedom to be opinionated and freedom to think and freedom to live, if we're talking about freedoms and rights, then why are you worried about the next person, what they do in their bedroom? Isn't that their freedom and right? Okay, just because of what they're doing in their bedroom, if their kink or if their kink and or likes, if it's not what you like, then just move it on. If it's not your cup of tea, then why are you trying to drink it down? Well, why are you trying to drink it? Why are you trying to taste the tea if it's not your flavor? That's what I'm not understanding here. Okay, yes, I did post my opinion about how I felt with how Mike Wallace handled his comment and what he did after the fact of trying to clean it up with the half-ass statement, as well as going back and snatching his comment down off Twitter, which at the end of the day for me just make the situation even worse, because my only thing with this is that you can say what the hell you have to say and be opinionated about it, but again, timing is everything. And whether your timing is on point, or whether your timing is off when you said it, just be prepared to stand up in what you say, because it's going to give a reaction. It's going to cause a reaction from people or from someone, negative or positive. That's just how it is when we communicate. Timing is everything. So his timing was off with how he voiced his opinion on Twitter, because at the end of the day, with this man coming out and saying that he's gay, had nothing to do with him. It absolutely had nothing to do with him. That's why I'm not understanding how you herb steaks, you come for me trying to give me an anatomy course about the male body and the female body. Okay, I've learned that. I learned that lesson a long time ago. I was well aware of the human body and how it functioned for the most part, um, at a very early age, and going on through school and getting educated, I did learn a little bit more about anatomy and sex education. I did get that. I did get that. So I don't know what you're coming from talking about. Here we go, explanation point, because I don't know where we're going. Because I don't get in cars with strangers and people I don't know. So I don't know where we're going with this. Because the point you're trying to make and saying that I am the fool here. Um, I don't know. I don't know what your point is. So if you want to, feel free to comment on this video and explain yourself, because I really don't know where you're coming from with this, talking about anatomy and the science of the body and how it works, because I'm well aware of how it works. And just because you have a penis and you have a vagina does not mean that those sex organs are meant just to be for that, because I'm sure that females have assholes, and I'm sure that heterosexual females do have anal sex with heterosexual males. So I don't know what your point is there. Um, Pathlos, you said that people shouldn't be scrutinized for their opposing views. You're absolutely right. People shouldn't be scrutinized for their views. They should be prepared to, when they put their opinion out there for other people to hear or to read their view or their stance on a particular issue, they should be prepared to stand up in what they say and come at it with an educated, um, with some type of common sense or education behind it, or some type of research behind what they're saying. Because just a person getting out there and saying, okay, I don't understand why another man wants to have sex with another man, or this, that, and the fourth, is really, that statement alone, okay, just because you're saying I don't understand, does not clear the air of the fact of you're coming in and saying, okay, men having sex with men is wrong, and in your mind you're not understanding because you think it's wrong. Okay, whether he thinks it's wrong or right is neither here it's neither here nor there at the end of the day. If he really wanted to understand the issue at hand, then step outside of his own feelings and step outside of his comfort zone and actually ask someone and try to learn about the situation, to oppose of the timing that he had of putting this tweet out there, which was the issue at hand. It has nothing to do with Mike Wallace and his views. It has nothing to do with it. It has. My point is his timing and him um, trying to sugarcoat his view, which is coming from a place of negativity, because it's not coming from a genuine place of him actually want to know something about it, as of not that he wants to know something about it because he wants to do it. Is that he wants to know something about it because he genuinely do not understand maybe what is the thrill of gay sex. And there's nothing wrong for a heterosexual man or a heterosexual woman having a questioning mind. And that's the thing about it. It's like many people, many of you guys come in talking about, okay, the next person opinions, that we all have rights and we all have opinions, but you guys do not do the critical thinking behind that in which you want to be opinionated with. You don't have the critical thinking skills. You guys just blurt out shit and then just be like, okay, it's my opinion, it's my opinion. Yeah, it's your opinion, and it's an uneducated opinion, and it's a stupid opinion, and it makes you look like a fool. And that was my whole point of me calling Mike Wallace a fool. It wasn't um, me attacking him personally, because I obviously do not know this man. I don't know this man from Adam. I don't know him if he walked down my block and past my house, past the front window right now. I wouldn't know him. I wouldn't know him if he pulled up in my driveway and rang my doorbell and punched me dead in my face. I wouldn't know him. Okay, so again, um, it goes back to timing, and it just goes back to timing and knowing where you're coming from in your opinions. That's my point about this whole thing. So yes, being free. That's being free is part of being free. We claim to we being free. We think that we have a sense of entitlement when it comes to speaking our minds, but at the end of this day, it's not the entitlement part, it's the responsibility part that I'm more worried about and concerned about. And that's the thing that bothers me when it comes to everyone saying that we have an opinion and each to their own with their opinions. It's like, you, at the end of the day, you need to be responsible for what you say and for what you do, and own what you say and what you do, and don't backpedal and sugarcoat that shit, because there's nothing worse than having a person to blurt out some bullshit and then come back and try to clean it up and sugarcoat it to have somebody ingest it or whatever, to take it in because you have struck a nerve. I'd rather for him, I have more respect for this man if he stand up firm in what he say and actually try to quote unquote understand the issue at hand, to opposed to coming from a negative place. So that's the only thing I have to say about that. Pathos with that issue of being in a whole liberal movement and scrutinize other people's views and stuff like that, is that um, everyone's views is up to being scrutinized, and just because you have an opinion does not mean that it is warranted at the time, and especially when you know your intent and where it's coming from. Okay, and you, Curtis Turner, okay, you are quite silly. You are quite silly. For the simple fact of you coming in talking about, so a fag can boast about being gay. You know what? Nobody has boasted about being gay at all. This man is being honest with himself, and someone opened the door and gave him the platform to do so, and he took that platform and he said it since they opened the door and gave and laid the platform out. Sports Illustrated basically hinted to him about his sex life and was wondering about his sex life, and it was like, well, since you opened the door, well, since I haven't started the conversation, since we started the conversation, let's talk about it. He did not force that on anybody. He did not force that. He did not force his news on me as a gay person, because I wasn't expecting that. He didn't force it on me. He didn't force it on you. He didn't force it on anybody else. And yes, people can say, okay, well, he had made some type of stunt show with this by putting it in the media, but it's not like he didn't. It's not like he called Sports Illustrated, ESPN, Mike and Mike on the morning show. It's not like that he called The Advocate and all these magazines and stuff that would involve sports and gay people. It's not like that he had a circus show in front of his house or at the Washington Wizards locker room giving this announcement about his sexuality. He did not go about it that way. And so for you talking about, so a fag can boast, I don't know what the fuck you talking about him boasting about who he is. So you coming from, I don't know where you coming from with that. And you talking about Mike Wallace is not allowed to have an opinion. Who is restricting him from having an opinion? Because I'm not restricting him from having an opinion. Obviously, the only people that can restrict him from having an opinion for real, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's what y'all are not understanding. That this thing with him, his opinion is whatever, is much bigger than him, because he is with an organization that, again, has I'm sure gay people working in their organization. And the Pittsburgh Steelers do not want to be an organization that has people outside viewing them that they do not like gay people, or if they have some type of ill feeling towards gay people, because Pittsburgh, just like the next city, is full of gay people. Okay, and there's people, gay people in Pittsburgh that watch sports and follow football. So they just do not want that image out there, whether it's from their players or whether it's somebody that is in the office. They do not want that image for Pittsburgh. So again, if you're going to have your opinion, just know your position and where you are, and thinking about how it's going to affect people around you, not just the people that you are being opinionated about, but the people that are in your household, the people that you work with, the people that in your organizations, your church, or whatever. Be prepared and know the consequences altogether of your opinions. Just because you have an opinion does not mean it is warranted and it is needed. Okay, his opinion, if he was really genuinely interested in knowing anything about gay sex, or just being familiarized about the GLBT community, there are ways of getting educated to oppose of just going out and just making yourself look like a fool, and make it sound like you have no education, make it seem like that you have not seen the world at all. And I'm not just saying like seeing the world as going to the other side of the planet, just seeing the world locally. Because I don't care where the fuck you from. I don't care if you're from a small town USA, if you from the blue collar USA, or you from a thriving metropolitan city. I don't care if you're from a country ass town. I don't care if you're from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I don't care if you're from Houston, Texas, New York City, LA, Chicago, wherever the fuck you're from, there are gay people in your town, and there are gay people you have seen in your lifetime. So again, for him, for how he came about it, putting his opinion out there, the timing was bad, and he was very reckless and irresponsible in that and how he did so. And that's my whole gripe with this situation. It has nothing to do with him personally or anything like that. So I just wanted to take 17 minutes out of my day to go ahead and address you people and address the issue at hand, because clearly you guys did not understand the message that I was putting out there with the situation. And I hope that it got through this time, since I felt like I've repeated myself about 6 times in a 17-18 minute video of, again, that when you have an opinion about something or someone, okay, you have that right to be opinionated, because as human beings, we think. And I do at times wish that we can think with a little bit more thought and common sense or whatever, and be more open, as we claim to be free thinkers and a open society, or a free society. I would like to think that we can think a little bit more freely, but the reality is that it's an illusion. It's clearly an illusion, because most of you people are not free thinkers. Most of you people are not critical thinkers, and you guys are not prepared to have this conversation with me. So I'm gonna just leave it at this, at a 19-minute video. I appreciate you all's comments, and I'm not feeling any type of way about it, really. I'm not mad at you all at all. I'm just letting you know that at the end of the day, Jason Collins is living his life now golden in the way he wants to live it, and whatever hell he has to pay for that, that's the hell he has to pay at the end. Nobody's religious beliefs is going to impact what hell he goes through. So whatever your religious beliefs are that you want to apply to this situation, throw that out the window. Okay, for everyone to talk about anatomy and how the body works and this, that, and the fourth. At the end of the day, he doesn't like it. I don't like it. You don't like sleeping with men or women. So you have your likes and dislikes. So at the end of the day, you can throw that out the window as well. Because if you're trying to feed me Brussels sprouts and I don't like Brussels sprouts and you put sugar on the shit to try to make it sweet, to try to make me eat it, I'm still not going to eat it because I know it's fucking Brussels sprouts and I know what it tastes like. So go ahead and throw that out the window as well. Um, Pathlos, I can get with your, I completely understand where you're coming from, and I can talk to you because you seem like you have some type of common sense. But for you, Curtis Turner, you may as well just go ahead and, like I told Mike Wallace, you need to go ahead and, you need to go ahead and see what it is about yourself as well, since you tried to put a little joke in there talking about fags stick together literally and physically. It seemed like you know a bit about, you know a lot about how gay sex works also. So what's the tea on that? So your joke is lame as well, so you can throw that out of the window because you're not coming from a place where you have some type of um critical thinking or anything behind that as well. So again, you guys, this is Quentin 601. I'm here to just clear that up and give you guys 20 minutes, 21 minutes of my time. So again, if you feel some type of way, go ahead and exit out of this video because I know this is a long ass video and I've took much of your time. So if you haven't exited out of this video, go ahead and exit out of it. If you feel some type of way, if you can't be open and understand where I'm coming from and come from a genuine place from your side and ask me questions or come with a comment. If you're gonna come from an ill place with some negativity, then just go ahead and exit out and don't even comment because I'm all about people being free thinkers, all about people thinking critically, all about being opinionated, all about having debates and talking with people because um, that's what educated human beings do. If you're all about that, then by all means, come come for me with your dialogue, and we could talk all day long. But if you're coming from a negative place, then just go on by your business and just keep it moving because at the end of the day, you're not helping anyone understand anything, and you're not helping the world be a better place and understanding that there are differences out here. So this is Quinn 601. Peace.